They called him the Napoleon of Persia. But unlike Napoleon, this man began with nothing. No noble blood, no fortune, no name. Just dust and a sword. And still, he brought the richest empire on earth to its knees. He was born in 1688 to a poor family of shepherds on the far edge of Persia. As a child, raiders attacked his village and dragged him and his mother into slavery. His mother died in captivity. The boy escaped, alone, penniless, a nobody in a world sinking into chaos, because Persia itself was dying. The Safavid Empire, which had ruled for over 200 years, had rotted from within. In 1722, Afghan warriors, the Hotaki, invaded. They besieged the magnificent capital of Isfahan for 6 months. The people inside starved until they ate leather and tree bark. In the end, the Shah himself opened the gates and laid his crown at the feet of an Afghan warlord. The heart of Persia had fallen. The land broke apart into warring princes. Into that chaos stepped Nader. First he gathered a handful of men, then hundreds, then thousands. He had no inheritance to command loyalty, only a gift few have ever matched. He understood war better than any man of his age: speed, discipline, firepower. Where others hesitated, he struck. He entered the service of a Safavid prince and became his general. And then he did what a broken empire thought impossible. He beat the Afghan occupiers in open battle, again and again, until he drove them out of Persia entirely. But that was only the beginning. In the west, the mighty Ottomans pushed into the country. Nader threw them back and reclaimed whole provinces. In the north, the Russians had seized territory. Nader forced them to withdraw through sheer pressure, without a single great battle. Persia was saved, and the man who had saved it saw no more reason to hide behind a weak king. In 1736, Nader gathered the lords and commanders of the land on a wide plain. He had himself proclaimed Shah. The shepherd boy, once put in chains, now wore the crown of the Persian Empire. But Nader wanted more than a throne. He wanted the world to fear him. First he took Kandahar, the last stronghold of the Afghans. Then he turned his eyes to the greatest prize a conqueror could imagine: India, the Mughal Empire. The richest empire on earth, overflowing with gold, jewels and ivory. He marched through Kabul, through the mountains, down into the plains. On February 24, 1739, his troops met the Mughal Emperor's army at Karnal. The odds were crushing. The Mughals had hundreds of thousands of warriors, war elephants, endless supplies. Nader's army was a fraction of that. It wasn't a battle. It was an annihilation. Nader's horsemen were faster. His muskets and light cannon tore the formations apart. In a few hours, tens of thousands of Mughals lay dead on the field. The emperor had to surrender to a man who started as a slave. Nader entered Delhi. At first there was peace, but then a rumor swept the city. Nader was dead. The people rose up and killed Persian soldiers in the streets. And here the other side of this man appeared. Nader gave the order for a massacre. In a single day, his warriors moved through Delhi, killing everything that moved. Estimates speak of 20–30,000 dead. Only when he was begged to stop did he raise his hand and lower the sword. Then he stripped the city to the bone. He took the legendary peacock throne, solid gold and drowning in jewels. He took the Koh-i-Noor and the Darya-i-Noor diamonds. The plunder was so vast that Nader cancelled all taxes in Persia for 3 full years. He returned home as the most powerful man alive. And from that point on, his fall began, because the war had broken something inside him. Nader grew suspicious, then cruel, then unhinged. He saw traitors everywhere. When someone tried to assassinate him, he suspected his own son and had his eyes put out. The moment it was done, he is said to have cried that he had blinded his own heart. He regretted it until the day he died. His rule became pure tyranny. He crushed his own people with taxes and executions. He built towers from the skulls of his enemies. The savior of Persia had become its terror. Then in 1747, his own officers did what no enemy army ever could. They crept into his tent at night and murdered him in his sleep. His empire died with him. It shattered almost overnight into pieces his generals tore each other apart for. One of them founded an empire of his own, which later became Afghanistan. The shepherd boy who toppled emperors and stole diamonds left nothing lasting behind, only a legend. And the old dark question, can a man rise that far without breaking on his own greatness?